So hello everyone, I heard I'm a bit of a rush. I see the timer already running, so I'll go through quickly and start. So just a quick introduction. From my side, my name is Patrick Schwarzbart. I'm a partner in a law firm in Munich called Lupp & Partner. I head the tech team at the law firm. And first of all, I want to say it's great to be here, to see so many of you investors, innovators, and entrepreneurs who are shaping the future of tech. So I want to talk about something that can seem intimidating at first and is probably not very sexy, mainly regulations in Europe. So you might be thinking regulations mean bureaucracy, costs and headaches, but the reality is regulations can also create demand. And when new rules come to play, companies and industries need solutions. And that's where Israeli tech can step in. Now, Europe is one of the largest and most lucrative markets in the world, and to do business there, companies need to comply with a fairly growing set of rules and regulations, in particular in cybersecurity, AI, clean tech, medtech, food tech. I guess you know them all. And in this presentation, I want to show you how these regulations can become business drivers for your business, and also why Israeli companies are particularly well positioned to succeed in this space. Is this working? Sorry? No, but we don't need this. It's fine, I think. Okay, so when we talk about regulations, as I said, most see them as obstacles and barriers. There's some. Is it working? Okay, doesn't matter. They can slow down business and create red tape. But as I said, it's not just demand that's created, but also a business opportunity, especially for companies who know how to adapt quickly and provide solutions to emerging markets. And this is exactly where Israel has a unique advantage in my perspective. So first of all, Israel has always been a country of innovation. I just heard yesterday at the Startup Nation Center that 6% of the spend of the GDP is actually spent in research and development. That's a huge advantage. So it has a strong startup culture. As I said, the R&D and a problem-solving mindset. So Israeli companies don't just react to changes, but they're ahead of the game often. And we in particular see this in cybersecurity, AI, medtech, where we have areas of regulation which are tightening and where innovation is in high demand. Okay, see that? Yeah. Second, Israel is also a global leader in very important fields. In particular, I would say in cybersecurity and AI. Now, those two fields are also now very heavily regulated, and we've seen that, for example, with the DORA regulations, which forces financial institutions to improve their cyber resilience, and they're looking for advanced solutions to do so. And I think no one else is better positioned to provide those solutions than Israeli cybersecurity firms, which already work with the world's leading banks. And third, I think you can always say Israeli companies are also very fast movers. I've got some examples that I want to mention, like Zebra Medical Vision, which successfully navigated European medical devices regulations to bring AI-powered diagnostics to European hospitals, and UBQ Materials in the cleantech space, which has capitalized on Europe's sustainability push by transforming household waste into reusable materials. So while others might see regulations as barriers, Israeli companies should see them as doors to opening new markets. And now I want to show you some of these markets where I think where the Israeli advantage in particular plays out. So I distinguish between some areas. First of all, as I mentioned already, cybersecurity. The names in the brackets are basically the regulations that are the prime regulations in this sector that I wanted to mention. So we have DORA, NIS2, Cyber Resilience Act. Those are all regulations which show that Europe is getting very serious now about cybersecurity. And DORA is just one of the examples that I mentioned before for the financial sector. But in overall, there's a huge demand for cybersecurity services that is only growing, and also AI-driven risk monitoring in this sector. Now, I think the opportunity for Israeli companies here in particular has been evidenced by companies like Checkpoint and CyberArk, who provide tools to financial institutions to comply with these regulations. And I think there's also room for more players, in particular in areas like threat intelligence and automated risk detection. The next one is AI, with this big, fairly, hugely changing the scene legislation of the EU AI Act, which has come into force now. And it introduces a set of strict rules on AI use, especially in high-risk areas like healthcare and finance. And companies will need to have explainable AI, bias detection, and respective compliance mechanisms. And again, there are some good examples where Israeli companies have already shown that they see a business there. I mentioned Zebra Medical Vision already, but I think outside also of medtech, there are a lot of opportunities in this sector, in particular financial services, HR-related tech, and law enforcement AI, where we see a lot of opportunities there. Next one are the clean tech areas, climate tech and environmental tech. I guess you heard of the EU Green Deal, which is forcing companies to reduce emission. And there are also a lot of solutions, technical solutions needed in order to track the carbon emissions and also energy optimization. ESG rules, we come to environmental tech. ESG rules have also been drastically increased by various legislation. So a lot of companies are now, or it's mandatory for a lot of companies to have to do the reporting, and so they will need to track real time emissions and its supply chain. MedTech, clearly also a very important sector for Israel. We've seen also some changes in the legislation, which basically makes it harder than ever, I think, to get the relevant approvals, in particular in the digital field and the digital solutions field. And I think there are also a lot of opportunities here. For example, Itamar Medical have proven that Israeli MedTech can successfully enter the European market. And I think AI-powered diagnostics and compliance-driven digital health solutions are going to be also in high demand. And lastly, food tech. As you probably know, also in Europe, there are a lot of regulations concerning novel foods, including lab-grown meat and plant-based alternatives. And here we also have seen a lot of Israeli companies now increasing or seeing opportunities and also being far ahead already, like Aleph Farms and Redefine Meat, who I think have gained already an approval in Switzerland for its foods. So here also I see that Israeli companies are already ahead of the game and have huge opportunities, in particular with respect to precision fermentation, cellular agriculture, and sustainable food production. Now, as to the outlook in these areas, just probably where I see where we are going. With respect to cybersecurity, my expectation would be that those DORA-style rules that currently apply to the financial sector will also in the future apply to other critical sectors. So I think companies should get ready that there's also going to be an increase in regulations there. And a big topic clearly is quantum security, where we may require certain advanced encryption solutions in the future. With respect to AI, there has been or the EU intended to impose stricter liability rules. That has been stopped. But I think also here the future will see that those type of rules are going to be implemented, and we will see more sector-specific guidelines. In the clean tech industry, I think we were going to see mandatory carbon footprint disclosures. And see this time is running out. MedTech and food tech, there's also a lot of new opportunities coming because we have different approval processes and need AI-driven solutions in the case of MedTech, and in the case of food tech, I guess alternative proteins were going to be the big topic. So yeah, time is running out. I hope I gave you a good overview of what's happening in Europe, in particular with respect to regulations. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. I'm going to be around here.